Hi, my name's Kate and this is Dan, and this is a video that's going to be talking about some of the burning questions that you might have about outsourcing your e-commerce fulfillment. So Dan, what do you reckon?
I guess many e-commerce businesses set up from the home primarily, or they might be in a small lock-up, a lock and store, etc. And I think when people are running out of space or the product's starting to take over the home, they're struggling in terms of being able to concentrate on sourcing and selling products rather than picking and packing their products. I think that's when they need to consider the pros and cons of either getting a unit themselves or indeed outsourcing it to a partner that they can trust.
So basically they've started an e-commerce business, they've accidentally seen themselves as, become a warehouse picker and packer. And I'd also say you need to be in a scale-up phase rather than a start-up phase. So I think broadly speaking, you could be talking about 200 plus consignments per month, and then's the time for you to start outsourcing your fulfillment. Now, I think outsourced logistics is a lot more cost effective than you might think. So Dan, talk to us about how the cost is made up for our clients.
Well, I think first and foremost, you've got to kind of weigh up, I guess, the cost of you operating a warehouse and having all of the facilities there yourself, because you need to staff it, you need to make sure that you're racking out the unit and everything else like that to create efficiency. The great thing about outsourcing fulfillment is, of course, you've got economies of scale because it's not just your goods within that warehouse. So the infrastructure that's put in place is there to support lots of client and their collective volume, which adds scalability as well.
So what our clients fundamentally pay is a small amount per metre squared of storage. That's correct, isn't it? And then what else do they pay?
Then it's just a small fee for the picking and packing element, and of course our clients can choose to have us provide the packaging for them, and then after that stage it's just the dispatch cost.
And the dispatch cost can be from as little as?
As little as kind of £2.30, but dependent upon the service that they need and the speed of delivery service to the end consumer.
But the other thing I think it's really important to say is that it's also dependent on what the goods are that you're dispatching, because that might alter things, mightn't it, in terms of cost?
Yeah, certainly the type of carriers that are utilised. We need to make sure that the carrier that's delivering your product is conducive to that particular product. So you wouldn't send something that's extremely high value through a non-tracked delivery service for argument's sake.
Absolutely. So basically the price is dictated on how much stuff you're storing, how you want it picked and packed, whether it's bespoke wrapping or just a normal pick, what carrier you dispatch it via, and the value of your goods, and also making sure that that delivery experience reflects what you see as your client journey throughout the purchase of your products online. It's as simple as that. What do you reckon? I reckon it's got something to do with scale. I mean, frankly, if you think you're going to be the next ASOS, then there's some really big monster warehouses in the centre of the UK, which you can go and store your stuff anonymously and it can be distributed there. But I guess from our perspective, the kind of clients that are a good fit with us are the kind of people who want a more localised, personalised kind of experience. So your logistics and fulfilment partner becomes one of your key attributes in your business, and you grow your business alongside them. So if you need a local warehouse and you want to go and see and touch your stuff, and you want to build a rapport with the people that are going to be managing your fulfillment with you, then maybe look at a smaller local fulfillment house. Is there any other things that you take into consideration, Dan? Yeah,
just to add to that, I think you need to choose the partner that's going to reflect your brand the best, whether it's the bespoke packaging that they're able to kind of deliver. Effectively, your fulfillment company is the extension of your own brand, and that's the most important thing. So looking at the things that are important to you as a business and making sure that those values and that ethos is reflected within your fulfillment partner.
So I'd say stuff like environment, is that important to you? Recyclable packaging, is that important to you? Like even corporate and social responsibility, equality, diversification and inclusion policies, what are the gender statistics in terms of team, etc., etc. All those kind of things, maybe stuff that mimic your company or mirror your company in terms of their values. And if that's important, then you've got to think on a probably smaller, more personalised kind of version than one of the really big warehouses, but all fulfillment houses have their place. You know, if you're aiming to pile them high and sell them cheap and really high volume on really low unit cost products, then maybe one of the really massive kind of fulfillment houses is key for you. But if you want a local, personalised kind of service, then choose a local fulfillment provider.
Exactly. Well, it's driven through a robust process and the systems that we've designed in-house. So we've got a system that we've written called Dispatch Lab, and that effectively manages the integration from e-commerce marketplace through into the storage of the products, the efficient picking and packing process, and then the dispatch, which links into the integrated carriers within our solution. And then all of that information is pushed back up into the e-commerce channel, offering complete transparency to the end client, both the end client that's using our fulfillment services and of course the consumer as well.
Their customer absolutely gets this transparency right from start to finish. And those robust systems are incredibly important, otherwise it can become very manual and very untransparent. You know, you can't actually see what's going on. So in real layman's terms, effectively speaking, we take your stuff into our warehouse, we make sure that it's properly allocated, so we pick the right stuff. An order comes through automatically into our order fulfillment system. It's picked in accordance with your instructions, it's packed, it's dispatched, and we monitor that delivery to its final conclusion, which is a safe proof of delivery. And if stuff gets wrong, then we sort that out for you. And 99.9%, I'd say, of any delivery inquiries that come up, we can actually deal with. And if you only get it escalated to you when it's stuff that we need some further sort of input from you. So it's a whole managed logistics experience from a good e-commerce provider.
So if it's on one of our integrated marketplaces that you're selling product on, it makes it super simple. So as soon as you've received an order, that order gets transmitted through to our warehouse management system, which instigates the pick and pack process. After that stage, once the status of the order has been marked as packed, that will push that information back to the e-commerce channel. It will also add a little bit of stock sync in there as well. So particularly if you're selling on multiple channels, you might be selling on eBay, Amazon and your own website, you can actually share that inventory across all three platforms. And then what the system will do is adjust the stock between those individual sales channels. After that stage, then of course the goods are handed over to the carrier partner. Once successful delivery has been made, tracking information flows back through our systems and back into those individual e-commerce channels.
And this includes pre-dispatch notifications going to your customer, the person that we're delivering to. And in those pre-dispatch notifications, there can actually be marketing, which can be tailored about reselling other goods to your clients as well. So it's a little bit of marketing involved. It's holistic tracking from start of process to the end. It's stock synced with your multiple warehouses, or with your multiple marketplaces even, and it's all the stuff stored in our warehouse. So another really important thing is that when people have spent a lot of time sourcing the product that they're going to be selling to their customers, they really want to know where their goods are going to be stored. So Dan?
Yeah, look, I think for many businesses, making that transition from running their own business and holding their stock in their own house, etc., and then parting with that stock with a fulfillment partner, you want to make sure that your stock is safe. You want to make sure that it's being looked after, it's not getting dusty and things like that. What we tend to do is pair up our fulfillment clients with the site that is best equipped to be able to handle that particular product. But making sure that that's local enough if that's important to you, so that you can come in and see where your stock is stored. You can do relabeling or anything else that you need to do. So we really are an extension of your own business and allowing you to kind of come in and do whatever you need to do to the product.
See and touch your stuff effectively, and it's not like a massive Amazon warehouse or anything to that effect. You can literally physically go around and as you said before, scratch and sniff your stuff.
Yeah, look, it's personal. And to a lot of businesses, it really matters to them. And people need to know that your product really matters to us as well.
So obviously one of the big questions is Diamond the right fulfillment partner for me? Well, I think you've got to take into consideration the kind of culture of our business and whether that goes with you. We're a little bit Marmite, or dare I say Vegemite, so it's very personable. There's named people at the end of the phone. You can come and see and touch your stuff. That's also twinned with all the sort of technology and all the systems and carriers behind it. But ultimately speaking, we are a personalised, local series of fulfilment houses all around the UK. And anything more from you, Dan?
Yeah, I think you've hit the nail on the head there, really. If you want a partner that is going to be able to scale with you and offer that agility that you need as you grow in your business, that's exactly what Diamond can offer, you know, and adding that infrastructure in place with the systems and the processes and the buying power that we're able to achieve, and packaging that up really nicely in terms of the customer care and everything surrounding that part, and giving it to you guys as a small e-com entrepreneur. I think that's really important.
Dan absolutely hates this phrase I'm just about to use, but I've always spoken about being big enough to cope, but small enough to care. And it really is that. By unifying over 30 localised fulfilment centres around the UK, we've still invested millions in terms of technology that is paramount to ensure that you've got the kind of transparency and global resources in order to deliver, but yet still with that personalised kind of service, really, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah.
So they were the 7 main questions that we get asked with regards to our e-commerce fulfilment. But you may, of course, have questions of your own. So there's an email address, a form, and/or a telephone number below. So get in touch, and we really look forward to hearing from you.